What did you do last year to help you come out of it?
I mean, I didn't come out of it. I was bubbling all year last year. So.
What did you do this off season to try to come out of it?
Just using heavy balls and, you know, just putting that at the forefront of my mind.
What can you do moving forward? What's the best?
The same thing. You know, just attack practice like I do each and every day. Just have ball security at the top of my mind right now.
Do you feel like it's a mental block, or is it just something that you can like put your head down in practice and just?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go, you know, practice physically and, you know, try to get it out of my head mentally.
Coach Vrabel was in there talking like, "We need you." And those are his words. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I appreciate it, but I got to hold on the ball for, you know, to have value and, you know, put value on this team. So if I can't help the ball, they don't need me.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh went up 14-0. Mike was very active on the bench, on the tablet, talking to you guys, talking to you specifically, and you guys came out with a house of fire after that. You had the pick. What did he say specifically, and how did you guys regroup to shut him down?
You know, our identity is our identity, and we just need to keep continuing to play to our identity, make the plays when they matter most, and we just fell a little bit short here today.
What did they do early in those first couple of drives to attack you guys?
Yeah, I'm really going to have to go back and watch the film. Sorry, I just got off the field with a lot to digest, and I don't know exactly how they were attacking us. It'll be clear tomorrow morning.
Robert, you just talked about your identity. Right now, your identity through 3 games is inconsistency. How does a team and how do players fight inconsistency and get to the other side?
Yeah, continuing to believe in each other, trust the guys around you, get better at practice every day. Starts tomorrow morning. We'll be in here at 9 a.m. getting back to work.
Robert, it looked like you were pretty down after last week. You came out there again with a house of fire today. What was your week like leading into this game, and what was your game plan personally going into this game to help this team?
Yeah, it was a week of focus for me. It was a chance to bounce back, be a better teammate, and that's the only thing that matters to me. How can I be the best teammate? And again, fell short today, and we're going to continue to believe in each other and get back to work here on Monday and continue to get 1% better every day. I know it sounds cliche. I know it's not what you want to hear, but this is a long season, and continual improvement's the only thing that's going to get us to where we want to be.
So just to follow up a little bit, so you go down 14-0. What is said on the sideline at that point to just get you guys locked in to know that you obviously have to get stops to get the team back in the game?
Yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with that and how we can emulate that middle part of the game and how we've done so well in the second quarter, and we just need to figure out how can we start that game that fast and get off the field early and get the ball back to our offense, and that will be what we focus on tomorrow. How can we start these games fast? How can we get out 3 and out off the field, get the ball right back to our offense? And that's our goal. No matter where we're put on the field to play defense, our job is to get the ball back for the offense.
I know you just kind of talked about you personally bouncing back from last week, but Coach Vrabel said this week there's an emphasis in practice on tackling. How do you feel that went for the defense as a whole today?
It's going to be something that we have to take a look at, watch the film. There's so much going on when you're out there. Myself personally, I know I need to get better and play better and be who I ought to be for this defense. And the only person I look at when something goes wrong is myself. So I'm going to continue to take a deep dive into who I am as a football player and continue to get better.
Take a last question.
Robert, on the interception, it seemed like, from where we sat, he just threw the ball right to you. But we know it's not that simple. Just what was the read on the play, and what did you see when Rodgers looked in your direction?
Yeah, it was a soft zone, and felt him looking, felt the ball come off his hand. I did think somebody would be closer in vicinity, but I was able to come up with it. Now I just need to just run when you catch it and hopefully get in the end zone there.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
I mean, we just wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough. All phases just wasn't good enough. Turnovers, not getting a drive stop, penalties. Just wasn't good enough.
How did you feel like you executed the game plan just in trying to kind of stay with Rodgers and keep him contained?
Then we was okay on defense. They didn't really get too much going, but then we let up a play at the end. Like I said, it just wasn't good enough. Got to go back, watch the tape, correct the mistakes, and get ready for next week.
The loss may be overshadowing what Robert Spillane did, but how important was his role today? What did you see in your eyes?
Man, just being a player that we know he can be, coming out, setting a tone for us, making the calls, make sure everybody lined up right, and making plays when they come to him.
When you have 5 turnovers in a game, I mean, kind of how much do you feel like it's you guys beat yourselves as opposed to they beat you?
Yeah, I mean, but it ain't like Coach Vrabel just said, it ain't one side of the ball, this and that. It's for everybody. It just wasn't enough. We just didn't execute enough, and we didn't do enough to win the game. Give the Pittsburgh Steelers credit. They came in here and beat us on our own home, and that's what it is.
What is the mindset? Just looking at the steps forward here, the road ahead.
Get back, watch the tape, get better, and come ready to work when we go back to practice.
Appreciate you, man.
Marcus, I guess kind of what happened after you guys get down 14-0. I saw Mike over there with the defense. You guys were together as a group. You guys came out and played pretty well after that. But A, how tough is it to get it to that 14-0 hole? And B, what did you do to play better the rest of the way?
Yeah, the main thing that Braves was talking to us about was just settle down. You know, we had some unforced errors that we didn't need to have in the first half and everything. He would just like play our style of football. So we eventually settled in and everything, but we can't have, you know, slow starts like that in the National Football League because it's hard to, you know, come back from situations like that. So.
What specifically did you guys do well, and maybe how disappointing was it not to be able to stop Aaron, you know, for that go-ahead touchdown?
Yeah, the main thing that we did was just play our style, you know, make sure we had the right technique and, you know, things of that nature, and just trusting each other on the defensive end. Yeah, on the last play, that's just me, you know, bad technique, you know, things like that end up happening, especially at DB. So, you know, that was just me, you know, wrong technique, stuff like that, and that's how, you know, you can lose game.
Marcus, 5 turnovers for the team. Obviously, these are on the other side of the ball. But how demoralizing is that for you, knowing you have to keep going back out there and getting stops?
Oh, I'm not upset at all. You know, when it comes down to turnovers and stuff, like, we're trying to get the ball back to the offense. So I'm not mad about the turnovers and everything. Like, we're trying to get the ball back to the offense. So we support them no matter if it's 10 turnovers in one game and everything like that. We got their back, so. No problem. Thank y'all.
Walk us through the play where you lost the game.
Bounce read, read my gap, bounced out, tried to lower my shoulder. Def did a good job of putting the helmet to the football. I got to be more secure right there, of course. Just can't have that happen.
Were they forcing fumbles? It looked like they were going for.
Oh, for sure. They was punching at the ball from the first play. Like I said, you can't get relaxed right there. Even when you're trying to break a tackle or lower your shoulder, that's what happened. Helmet to football, that's a tough one to hold on to. My fault, so just got to do better right there.
When it comes to ball security, if we talked to Rhamondre briefly about what you can do moving forward, what can you do?
Try to shake that off, man. We know what's going on. Coach done preached that to us. We know it before he even preached it to us. You got to hold on to the football. So you just got to go to work tomorrow or whenever we're back, Wednesday probably, and just practice, man. Regardless of bounce read, trying to make a play, you got to hold on. You got to keep it tight, and that's just that.
And with that 3 quarters, you basically dominated the football game. How frustrating is this to not come away with that?
Super frustrating, especially knowing that we played a part in it. But, you know, it's life. It happens. We made mistakes, and you can't make those mistakes and expect to win. And even then, we were still right there. So that just goes to show, man, we take care of the football. We win the game, and that's a win on our column. So, you know, we go back to work Wednesday, and we put our best foot forward, and we keep going.
You guys are a tight room as a group of running backs. What do you guys do as a group moving forward? How do you guys kind of circle the wagons here?
Pick each other up, man. It's tough. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get criticized, but you know, it come with the game. That's the job we play. We've been in it for a while, and we just keep pushing, man. We know what we're capable of. All our running backs are capable. Shout out for Trey to finishing the game like he did. So you know, it takes a group. We just all got to do our part, and once we all do our part, I feel like you know that'll clear things up, and we make up for what we did.
Thank you. You know, everybody got an nasty taste in your mouth, and you go out there Monday, like tomorrow, and just handle business, and like I said, move on.
Is that a matter of holding your teammates accountable? I know maybe from the outside sometimes people will look to the coaching staff to kind of nip that in the bud, or you guys got to maybe.
Nah, that's everybody. That's our 111. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's you know what I'm saying. Everybody on our D, everybody. You know what I'm saying. We're gonna go out and film, and we're gonna be held accountable. We're not doing pointing fingers. We're not doing any separation. This is not the time. We're not doing that. We're not built like that. We work all this hard to just, you know what I'm saying, be like that. That's not what we built off of. So, like I said, accountability is everything. We're just going to run up to him like a man. We're men. And like I said, move forward.
How about Robert Spillane and the day that he had? What did he provide for you guys?
He balled. He provided leadership. When people were, you know, not as vocal, he was vocal. He stepped up, he showed up, and he showed out, you know. That's what it's about, and he knows how to play team defense, and he's a great captain, you know, and he brings his hard hat every day, he brings his energy every day, and, you know, it shows. I'm not really surprised what he did, you know what I'm saying? He do it in practice, and so, you know, when things like that happen, we got to build off that, we got to feed off that, you know, he make a play, and that makes somebody else want to make a play. I want to make a play, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, we're a unit, so, but I'm, you know, happy about what he did, but, you know, obviously the team outcome, wish we could have came home with a dub.
Even without Gonzo, Hawkins and Charles Woods coming in the second quarter, what difference did those guys make?
Oh, they played it. Oop, I was gonna say a bad word, but they played good. You know what I'm saying? They played their tails off. Came in, did what they did, operated. You know what I'm saying? At a high level, communicated, and played good team ball. You know, that's what it's about. We just trying to play good team ball and take care of the ball and win games. You know, do what we do. So yeah, they did their thing. Though.
How do you feel like you guys were able to kind of keep Aaron Rodgers in check, though? I mean, for the majority of this game.
Man, I feel like, you know, that's something we harped on all week. You know, the pre-snap disguise and moving around and being coordinated with our disguises with everybody. That was something we harped on. Felt like we did a pretty good job, but it just wasn't enough to get a dub. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you need a dub. You need a win. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we could have done more to win is what we got to do this week.
Jaylinn, you guys are doing good against the run, but as a unit, what do you need to do better against that?
Like I said, just come together. Just little things, you know what I'm saying, little details that we can hone in on from a coverage standpoint and execute those things and just keep going, just getting better week by week, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, holding each other accountable and moving forward. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And, you know, hats off to the Steelers. They played, you know, the game all the way to the end. But a lot of the inflicted wounds that we had were on ourselves. It was nothing that they did, and you know, and those are the things that, you know, when you get back to the, you know, get back into the lab, those are correctable things, right? And so if we correct those things, man, like it's a different outcome.
Morgan, I know you've only been here for 2 home games, but just what do you guys got to do to turn the tide here, specifically playing at home?
You know, I think number one is just looking yourself in the mirror and evaluating the tape yourself and seeing where you can be a little bit better at. And that's everybody. That's me. Whether you're first year, second year, third year, it doesn't matter. You got to figure out how I can be better at the point of attack and just for the team.
What was Coach Vrabel's message to you guys afterward?
You know, just, you know, it's not that we got to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. We just got to get back to the lab and just work on the things that we know we need to work on, you know, and that's the beauty of the game, of this game. You'll get opportunities to correct things, and you know, it just didn't go our way today, and the hats off to the Steelers, and they did a great job capitalizing on things, and we just got to get back in on Monday, correct those things, and come together and just keep on pushing forward. It's still an early season. We got a lot of football left, so.
Do you feel like your confidence on offense continues to grow, even though it was a loss?
100%. You know, when you look at it and you say, hey, we moved the ball up and down the field, I think the time of possession was like 35 minutes or whatever the case is. And so when you have that, you look at the time of possession like, hey, like, look, we controlled the game. We just got to capitalize. You know, we got to get points. We have to get points. You can't start on the 6-yard line, drive all the way down, and don't get points. And that's us. You know, we got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, what can we do better to make sure we're finishing? And, you know, that's nothing on the coaches. That's us as players just to get it corrected. So, and we'll do that. You know, we're professional athletes, and we got a lot of veteran guys, and so we'll do that.
Morgan, what's the balance between urgency and patience when it comes to turnovers?
You know, at the end of the day, you know, you never want to turn the ball over. You know, but like I said, man, like, you know, things happen, and it's for us to get back and to figure out how we can be better. And you know, it's all 11. You know, how can we finish blocks better so guys won't jump on the pal and get that extra hit in? You know, how can we be better at the point of attack and things like that? And so then we all just got to look ourselves in the mirror and correct those things, and then we'll be all right. It's early season.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
We try to emphasize in the huddle and on the sideline.
You go down 14-0. I mean, what was the mindset at that point?
Keep going. It's a long game. Adversity is something that we're not shying away from. Something that's new to us. So going into the week, that's something that we say it's gonna happen. That's a pretty good team. It's a Hall of Fame quarterback. So it's gonna be how you respond to those plays.
Times like these, obviously, you're a veteran, Caleb. You've been around the league long enough now. How much you think a guy like you needs to step up from a leadership standpoint and help the coaches get this thing back on track?
There's always ways, and there's always things that I can do to improve. And if I got any chance I can to help the team and give nuggets to it, that's the defense, special teams, or offense, I'm willing to do. So thankfully, you know, it's early in the season. I do think that we need to capitalize on home games and win in front of our home crowd. So we got another opportunity next week and to play in front of our home crowd, so we got to take advantage of it.
Looked like Coach had a message for every player as you guys were walking off the field there. Was that something you were up for sharing? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to clean up some work. I mean, we're not far off. Just a few things we got to clean up, like I said earlier. Some self-inflicted wounds that we got to take care of. Obviously, as a defense, man, we got to go find a way to get the ball more and more. Find a way to defend every blade of grass, no matter where we start at. Keep that same aggressive mindset, no matter what happens. Like I said, whether it's on special teams, the offense, or in any other way of play before that we had, we just got to keep attacking. So that's something that we're gonna keep emphasizing and make sure that we have going into the next week.
Thank you for your time, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
See you next week. I got you.
Yeah, probably knife. You know, go straight up. I thought bro was like right behind me, and that's what made me move. Yeah.
What was your reaction to just Coach putting the faith in you guys there on so many 4th downs today? Would you say, especially that one on the your own 15?
Yeah. I don't know. We was taking a risk. You know, we really wanted to win this game.
How difficult was this to dominate the last 3 quarters of the football game and just still come out with a loss?
It hurts. You know, nobody likes losing, and especially the way that we lost today.
That 4th down play, is that designed for you to get to the sticks, or is that designed to go before and make a play?
It was a play. It wasn't designed for anything. It was just.
Did you think you were at the 1st down area, or you didn't know where you were?
Yeah, I was somewhere by it. I know I was somewhere by it because we only had 2 yards.
So you knew you probably had to make a play, I'm guessing, after you caught the ball.
Facts.
What does this team need to do to win these types of games where you're there, you have an opportunity, but it seems like the offense can't get over that final step to win these games?
The turnovers, we gotta take care of the ball. You know, I feel like that changes this whole game around.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.